I just need to quickly thank my sponsors, Bunbury Toyota, QV, Jolly Good Auto Electrics, and Platinum Tiger Insurance. Those guys, I haven't sort of cranked out as much content as what I want over this period, but we got some stuff lined up. So, yeah, we couldn't really get through what we need to get through without those guys chipping in and helping us get this thing out there, I guess. Yeah, obviously with me is Myles the Bolger. Absolutely lit the place alive today, and Nick the no-show 4 DNFs in a row.
Forgot to bring up the All Talk Edge, mate.
Oh, yeah, the All Talk Edge as well. He's a personal sponsor of mine. He's a ripper fella. Get the All Talk Edge. Yeah, let's just quickly recap this feature race. We've been fluffing around a little bit here, but I feel like Corey Day deserved his chocolates at some stage over this week. I spoke to Brodie Moller that'll play after this most likely. But yeah, I spoke to Brodie and deserved that. The Williamson Motorsports obviously chip in everything to get Corey Day over here and to be the fastest car at some point of every night so far. I feel like they deserve to get a win and that's what they did tonight, and far out that kick and drive.
Yeah, pretty impressive really. Like, I'd say probably 3 out of the 4 nights he had every chance to win a race. So, I mean, the 110 grand race on whatever night it was, I lost track of nights. But, yeah, even with 2 laps to go, he was still right there. And then, yeah, just didn't fall his way on the cards. But there was 100% commitment right to the end until something, the tyre couldn't go any longer. But, yeah, I've very rarely seen anyone rip the lid like he does.
It's rare once those feature races started, like even Boxing Day night, once they actually start, Bolger, it's so hard to keep an eye on someone or to notice anything that's happening. Once it's like 4 or 5 laps, like it just seems pure chaos. But like Boxing Day night, Corey and how fast he moves, it's really noticeable on the track. Like you obviously raced him a bit in there, like this week. Like how impressive is it for someone like Corey at 20 years of age to do what he does?
Oh, it's incredible, really, to be so young and have the ability that he has. Like, he's not inches off the wall. He is millimeters bouncing off that wall, if not on top of the wall. Like, I just, it shows that what pure talent there is. There's not many guys out there doing what he's doing, and the way he's going about it is impressive to watch. And it's impressive to, be out there with him and go, hey, that kid is going to be, the next Cole Larson. I think a lot of people will agree with that comment that he's pointing that down that way of the road, definitely.
Well, even, some of this, but he ran the bottom a few times this week, which has been impressive. Tonight, not so much, and I'm still not sure if this is like a high limit review or a speed week sort of halfway point review, but tonight he obviously just absolutely smashed the wall the whole time. He's ultra aggressive. Those restarts, I was really surprised that he pulled the same move on J-Mac twice. Like, J-Max is such a fox out there, and he's so clever out there. For him to get done through 3 and 4 exactly the same way, 2 restarts in a row, I feel like, I don't know, is that J-Mac maybe just not being right on top of his game, or is Corey that much of a freak that he can sort of put J-Mac in positions that he can't defend?
Oh, absolutely. I think sometimes Corey put a slider on J-Mac and just completely pulled him up as well. So if that's happening to you, obviously there's some kind of mentally rattling going on there. Like, he must be in everyone's head. He's not afraid to, get out there and put the wheel where it needs to be. So it's like anything. Like, I think James is, having a red hot crack, but he's just on a league of his own.
Sort of similar to what we spoke about a little bit. If you see Corey come underneath and you're the other person, 100% he is not backing off. So, like, it's not like, I'll be able to squeeze him. You know what he's doing. It's as hard as you can to the fence, and you make your decision based around that.
Oh, absolutely. It's almost like he's coming in that hot. You better get out the way. And that's kind of how he raced. He's making you second guess, and he's going his first foot forwards.
Is Cole Macedo, I feel like, I know he's world class and I know he's good, but I feel like how he's ripped around the Motorplex the last couple of nights, Rowe, I feel like he's been incredibly impressive and like he's beat J-Mac, like he sort of chased J-Mac down, past him. Like, yeah, has Cole Macedo and the way that he's gone about it, like particularly it's Highline Motorsport, obviously Daryl and Cody Clayton and Brodie Moller and the boys there, they give him everything that he needs. But I feel like Cole's been a massive surprise bracket with the speed that he's had and how hard he's driven.
Yeah, and like definitely he's held himself in probably the highest order out of, in my opinion, that anyone probably could have because of the adversity he's probably been in the last 3 or 4 months to get here. And now, obviously, he's been given a ripper car and a ripper deal, and he's looked after like he hasn't, at any moment, hasn't really, I would think, really pushed the limit. Obviously, he's on the limit, but it never looks like he's out of control.
Not banging the boards or like how Corey does at some stage.
Yeah, he's
like
pretty measured, and like he had as much chance to win that race tonight as anyone. Obviously, car maybe faded late, but I think he was in every good position you could be in, and then just at the end of the day, he maybe just got beaten by a better car. But he's obviously even higher limits. I think he was like restarting 3rd or 4th on the last restart. Like he was pretty close to being right there.
Yeah, Luke Oldfield got put ahead of him, and probably a mistake from the officials at some stage. But yeah, he got by Kyle at one stage in the final, and obviously absolutely flying, and had things gone a smidgen different. Like I would imagine he's going to be leading like the series or the speed week at this stage. Like he has to be there or thereabouts. Maybe it's Dane. I'm not sure. Have you seen the points, Bob?
I haven't seen the points, but I think Dane's definitely on the pointy end of it all.
Yeah,
and Colt's certainly not too far behind.
Yeah, definitely. I reckon it'd be Dane at this point. To be honest with you, Dane's been 100% the most consistent. Like even tonight, 15 or 16 to 7, I think.
Yep.
Like didn't do anything amazing, but he'd be a hard charger, I would think, most likely.
In that tipping competition, I tipped J Mac and he looked there at the one stage, but he's it seems like I don't want to. It seems like Cole and Corey bang it way harder than him, and he finesses his way through. And I feel like if the track gets a little bit trickier than what it is, like maybe J Mac comes to the front, but. He's never been like, I remember last year J-Mac was unbelievably fast early, and I just sort of see laps, but never any races. Like there's a lap here and a lap there where it looks like that's J-Mac, and I don't feel like he's put a whole race together that's blown my mind. What do you reckon? What do you think that they're struggling with, if anything?
I don't know. It'd be tough to tell, really. Like James is probably top 5 best in the world. And coming 3rd is still no mean feat. Like some of the people behind him, Brad Sweet, like unbelievable. Caden almost won high limits night 2. Dane almost won high limits against probably one of the greatest drivers to ever be on the face of the earth. But they are. I don't know. It's very tough. At the same time, I would say James is probably one of the most measured drivers you'll ever see. Like he will never put himself in a situation where he can't get out of it. So. You never know. I mean, it's just hard to tell, really. Like, it's super tough competition out there.
Bolger, Brad Moller is from relatively nowhere in the last. Well, not nowhere. I don't like nowhere near his standards in the last couple of nights, and I think they're battling in the B main, if I'm not mistaken, on the final night of high limits. Like. And sort of maybe not even transferred on the final night. I'd have to check, but a massive bounce back for the LJM team, and PK Pawn and Brad obviously got together and put something together, and here they are in 4th on Speed Week.
Yeah, mate, it's like an awesome effort, like Rowe was saying, against the guys he's racing against. Like to get up there in the pointy end, 5 upwards, and obviously he's coming in at 4th. That's a massive credit. Like for a local guy, like you said, I think a couple of those Bs, he was coming through in a bit of bad luck there too. To come out there and on a tricky track as well. Like it was, you had to be on top of the wheel and know what you're on about. But to get up there to 4th, I think it's an unreal effort by the Moilers.
Brad Sweet 5th just seems to be floating through. Like again, like probably similar to J-Mac. I've not seen. Like, I guess he threw it in one, maybe opening night, a high limit. He threw that one underneath when he ran the bottom and looked to get to the lead for about a lap. But I feel like that's probably like the only moment where I've felt like Brad was a threat at all. Like he's gone +3, so finished 5th. He must have been about 8th, but a quiet, like Steve Melville, obviously on the tools and gives him what he needs. Robbie Farr was on the tyres, but he's stuck back over east. But you feel like it's a quiet little period for Brad?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe the thoughts of, slowing down the racing scene back home and taking on more business decisions and what he's obviously doing with high limits, and that is whether his mindset's elsewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, promoting high limits than maybe behind the wheel. But obviously, like tonight, like you see, obviously kept rolling in with 5th there. Like he's still, he's still up there, most certainly. But, I think we all agree, probably thought we might see a bit more from him through the whole high limit show.
Caden Manders, you reckon, Rowe, that Caden's in 6th? Is he stoked with that? Is he happy with that? It was obviously 17th, and I feel like he was like the biggest cog in all of high limit. Like that tyre that he cut down in that heat race to put Kyle in the front, and then Kyle gets to go to the dash. And, I feel like the other way around, if Caden wins that heat race and he goes in the dash, I feel like Caden could have done anything. Like 17th on the final night, high limit, to be bringing it home effectively second out of the local fellas. Do you reckon the Dan Goldie Racing are happy with that? Where do they sit with that? You know Caden better than me.
Yeah, they be Devo, to be honest. Well, I could be wrong, but honestly, they try and run the most professional outfit that is possible to be able to run out there. And yeah, just for that to something so minor, like even you can resort back to things like Buddha when he just had that random tyre blow when he was leading the Australian title. It can make such a minor difference or such a major difference. And like with the field you're racing against, if you're starting 20th, no offense, you're not getting back through. So it just killed him. Like he was good enough to win on that second night. Probably just got held up by that lapper. Couldn't run his line that he wanted to. Lost a bit of wing speed, and that was it. That was all she wrote. But I mean, he was quick enough. He was pulling away from Kyle in that heat and just cut that tyre down, and the rest is history. There's not much really you can do.
Dane Kingshot in 7th. Do you reckon, Bolger, it's inevitable that after such a massive high for him, like, even though I feel like we are all riding more a high than what Dane probably would, like he's as competitive as you get. Like when I did speak to him and Matty Cochran, I kept on like trying to go like, what's the one race you want to win? And he doesn't have all of them. Like so I feel like maybe outside or externally looking in, like there's a massive and a way bigger high than what he's probably feeling. But do you think was it probably always inevitable after such a massive high limit period that the next race that he has, like, yeah, to be fair, it looks like he only stuffed up one heat and put himself deep. Like, do you think it's always going to happen?
Oh, I don't think so. I think Dane's so competitive and he's got so much pressure on himself. Whatever he does when he gets out there, he wants to win. And he knows, like, I think in his situation, like, anyone could be chasing that seat. So I think every time he's asked us in that seat, he's putting 120% in, like, no matter what. Like, he's obviously got caught up today and whatnot, whatever. I didn't see his heat races, but I definitely think, like, I know he was rolled in at 7th, but I think he'd be kicking himself knowing that, he can definitely do better than that.
Aaron Wright sort of didn't even notice him for the whole feature race. I'm not sure you, like, it's sort of, again, somewhat like Brad Sweet, sort of like bits and pieces I've seen of Aaron, but nothing massive.
No, and to be fair, like, I think all of us was watching Corey Day.
Yeah.
And James, J-Mac and that, and obviously Cole, like, what they were doing, I think that's, drew all our attention to that. Didn't have close, didn't watch too much what Under Monte Carlo was up to, but yeah, it was hard with what Corey Day was doing, just took your attention from the start to finish.
9th place, Carson Macedo, obviously. Oh, yeah, the Rowe Show wants to talk about this. He's screaming, waving us down there to sort of let us know that the 60 was coming, and once you pointed it out, he was flying. Take the floor, mate. It seemed to be like your little baby tonight.
Yeah, I don't know why, but he was actually getting really close to getting lapped by, I assume it's his brother or cousin or something.
Brother.
Yeah, that'll make sense.
Big fan of the sport.
But I was watching but I don't know why I got stuck on him, but I watched probably his last 15 laps, and like, believe it, I was looking at the times. He was like, the last 3 laps of the race, he was like almost a second quicker than Corey Day. It was like, he was almost honestly about to get lapped, and he pulled it back like probably half a lap. Like, it was unbelievable to watch. He was like dead set out there to bring it back in a shoot box, or if there's a yellow, I'm coming.
But I've seen Carson get the wall a few times now in these races. I feel like he pivots his car to hit the wall like perfectly, like it hits it in the very corner of the right rear. So, not that you can protect your car too much from it, but I feel like he puts his car in the best possible position to collect the wall. And he's banged it a couple of times seriously hard, and he seems to get away with it. I'm not sure, whether he's doing a ladder or whatever, but yeah, he seems like even when he gets the wall good. And you are right, like he moved up tonight, like he was from no man's land into ninth, and I wonder if it was his brother. Like, that's little brother, Cole's little brother. Like, imagine seeing little brother coming in and
the
you're
old
just
blue
thinking,
flag comes out, and I think
Yeah.
he just went, I'm just holding this
Yeah.
flat. But yeah, it was like, honestly, he gets to the middle of the corner and he just was like holding it flat, left hand down and just driving. It was like unbelievable to watch. Some of the slide jobs between traffic, he was getting through traffic way quicker than anyone. I mean, the result doesn't reflect it, honestly, how good he was going out there. But I mean, the damage was already done, to be honest with you. Like, he was so far back, but yeah, like massive effort. I've never seen much like that. That was proper like Corey Day in the high limits final. Like, it was unbelievable.
just in the mid pack though, hey? Like,
Yeah.
with Carson, like he's had, like, well, for his stands, terrible results in the J&S drilling car. Like, he would be filthy with it, but contrary to say Aaron Wright and Brad Sweet, like I've seen glimpses. Like, I've seen races where Carson's wicked it up, and even though his results are probably poorer than both Wright and Brad Sweet's in terms of the Americans, like I feel like there's been moments from Carson where you can see Carson Macedo. Have you had a chance to have a look at that, Bolge?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, there was definitely glimpses of, he was like Rowe was saying, he was coming home strong. I think, was at one stage he was at the rear at one of those restarts?
It could have been. Not really sure, but yeah, I just, even like things like the other night when we were watching that to get into the transfer, I think it was in that heat race, he was running 6 and he just, last lap, just decided, I'm not lifting this thing's either going home on the tow truck or we're making the transfer. So just little things like that, he pushes like to an unbelievable level to get himself in a situation where he can be successful.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
20th. But yeah, so sort of the top 10. Cal Williamson again, he's 10th. So sort of we'll rack it here. But yeah, Callum Williamson in 10th. He won't be stoked with that. Like,
Tie up with Corey Day there at the end.
Yeah. I seen, like, this is how invested Callum is in the team. He's obviously scaled and literally jumped out the car and ran onto the infield. Like, he's that invested in Corey's results and what the team's doing, that Corey's finally got the win. He's running down the chute after his own race, where 10th, Callum's not going to be happy with that. But yeah, he sort of can put that aside pretty quickly and run out there and get it done. So yeah, I'm not sure. Callum probably hasn't showed the glimpses of speed that we're used to with him.
Yeah, absolutely not. Like, I think last year, after his efforts last year, I think a few podiums or 2 podiums during high limits of that. And I think everyone's expectations was Callum to be up the pointy end again. Like, but then again, you've got Dane, who's just lifted, to another level as well. And I'm a bit of a fanboy of Dane, but yeah, it's just maybe with the 2 cars potentially not as much effort. I wouldn't say effort, but running 2 cars, I'm sure it's not easy for anyone. And then is that too much taking on for the team? Who knows? But yeah, hopefully Cal can turn it around, and the 9th and 10th is coming up, and hopefully he can show the speed he's showed for so long.
Awesome. I'll just tidy it up. I'll just jump that over to the Rowe show. But just want to give a shout out to a couple of people. Obviously, I always bang on about people getting an opportunity in a car and how desperate I am to see that. And Lee Redmond's thrown Matty Iwanow in the speed car and giving him an opportunity. So I just wanted to let Lee know that everybody seems to love it when people give him an opportunity. So we thank Lee for that. And then obviously the Rowe show got a last minute call up from Rob Golding at Golding Motorsports, and he's rolled the hat ever since. But yeah, these people work their guts out and they go to work and they build successful businesses up and get the funding behind them to put these pieces of machinery out on the track. And yeah, it's awesome when you see them give people the opportunity to get out there and have a crack in these cars. So to Lee and Rob, yeah, you're legends. Thanks for throwing the boys in, and probably the last person, and should have done it at the start, one of a person that, and a mate of me and Rowe, Scotty Meadows, has got some issues that he's sort of battling through at the moment, and I keep meaning to shout him out, and I feel like this is probably the best opportunity. He's battling. He's a ripper fella. He's a massive part of the Carnarvon Speedway Club, and yeah, Scotty, we know that you've helped the Rowe show out, and you help a heap of people out. So we wish you all the best, mate. We hope that everything pans out that the way that you're hoping, and yeah, our thoughts are with you, mate. And yeah, we'll see you at the track. Cheers, boys. With Williams Motorsports crew chief Brodie Moller, finally some reward for effort to probably have the fastest car on the track 4 nights in a row, for maybe 5 nights. Like, you finally collect one with Corey Day winning tonight. Relief?
Yeah, definitely relief, mate. I mean, all the boys, not myself, but everyone put in a massive effort. I mean, 1's a lot and 2's 1,000.
Yeah.
Like that's what it feels like. But it's not just me. It's my crew guys as well. Dylan, Nate, Lawton, Max, Kane, Chatty, everyone that helps out. You know, it's a team effort. I do the interviews and make it look good, but it's definitely a team effort, mate.
What about whose car drew your eye? Like, who did you find yourself? Is it Cal? Like, that's your man day to day, but then obviously the expectation of having someone like Corey Day come and drive the team. Like, I spoke about it last year with JPM. Like, if Kyle Larson didn't do good, it's not Kyle's fault, it's the team's. Like, and it'll probably be the same here. Like, who did you watch, and how did you sort of manage the expectation of having someone of Corey's caliber in the car?
I mean, workload-wise, I reckon it was pretty even. Like, I tried to do the same thing. Like, once I blocked one car, I'd block the other car. And if I, dyno shocks in that car, dynos, put weight in that. Like, I try to do them the exact same. And I reckon, the workload would have been the exact same on both cars. But when you're watching, it's kind of hard. Like, I tried to watch Cal in that feature race there, and then Corey started ripping. I'm like, fuck, I better keep an eye on this guy. He's about to junk our shit, but... No, it's hard not to watch him. He's a talent.
Did he like level up the team to just like learn stuff from seeing how he drives? Because from the outside looking in, he seems to drive in the same style as what Callum does, just maybe a bit harder. Like, did you just learn some stuff just having him in the car?
Yeah, I learned a lot this week, mate. Not so much setup stuff and that, because he knows what he wants, and to be honest, I think you put anything in that kid's car, and he's just going to pound it. I mean, he does a lot more than what the car does, I'll say that. But just like managing people and team-wise, and just trying to keep everyone happy and trying to keep a balance between 2 cars. I mean,
I'm 4 from 4 for people walking through. I'm 4 from 4. I'm
glad we didn't do 10 races off the bat, with 2 cars. I'm glad we eased into it and done 5, and hopefully next year we can keep going and keep doing more.
Did they run similar cars, like in terms of like setup and that?
A lot of the time they did. Yeah,
right.
It's kind of at the start of the week they did, but then now they're pretty different. I tried some stuff on Cal's car, it didn't work, and then we built a new car and we tried some other stuff. And I mean, we show patches of being good in this thing, but for some reason, the racing's changed so much. I mean, you look at guys like James, who in my opinion is the best driver in Australia. Like, he's struggling at the moment. It's not easy unless you're Corey Day or Buddy Coforth and pounding the fence. It's hard to make speed here at the moment.
I felt like this week it's incredibly hard to like finesse the bottom as good as these guys absolutely pound the top. Like, how they get around here, I don't know if you could ever run the bottom as fast as they run on the top. Is that how you sort of viewed it?
Yeah, I actually said that to Cal. I've been saying this the whole week to Cal and to all my crew guys. I feel like you're either pounding the fence or you're on the infield running the bottom. Like, there's no finessing the middle. I mean, Dane done a pretty good job this week of doing it, but besides him, I don't think there was anyone. You're either on the fence or you're either on the bottom. Like, the slick at the moment is so slick.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the start of that race, when they scratched it, there was a bit there in the middle and 3/4 of the way up the racetrack, but it's like the track, it's like a light switch. As soon as that goes away, everyone starts hanging and being slow, and that's when Buddy and Corey and kids that pound it start to come alive.
I feel like you're one of the people that love the pressure and that, but are you sort of looking forward to getting back to exactly what you know, like tomorrow? Like, obviously Corey takes off and you're off to Bunbury tomorrow. Like, are you looking to sort of take a little bit of a breath and just get back to you and Cal trying to grind away for this championship?
Yeah, I'm glad it ended like that. Like, if it ended in any other way, I probably wouldn't have been satisfied. I would want to keep racing, but I mean, I'm glad he stayed the extra 3 days. Him and Ashland, it's been good. They've been fun to hang out with. Actually, they fit our team so well. I kind of knew him, but I knew of him, but I couldn't have picked a better person to come drive our car and run 2 cars. I call him a mini Callum. That's what he reminds me of.
I spoke about it here, like I did these live shows, but yeah, I just think you need to be proud of yourself for one, even taking a bite as big as you did, and obviously it didn't go your way, but I feel like there wasn't a night where you weren't sort of the fastest car at some stage. So massive effort from your team, and the people on the hill are such a beneficiary of guys like Callum and Carl Williamson who front up the money, because it's not the Motorplex that bring these guys here, it's the teams.
100%.
And I feel like sometimes the Motorplex gets the credit for having Kyle Larson here, for Corey Day here and all the rest of it, but it's actually the teams and the car owners like yourself who put the effort in, but Carl and Callum to bring them out here and actually fund the entire deal. So proud of yourself, massive effort for the team, and well done.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Kurt.
Here with Cody Nash from Nash Motorsport, the Eastside Concrete Contractors 20. Second in the limiters tonight, mate. It seems to be like the first time you're filthy with the second properly in the sprint cars, mate. Is that how it is for you?
Yeah. No, it was like, obviously, I think it's the second of the year. I think we finished off the podium one, which was Ellenbrook, the first meeting. I mean, yeah, that one, a little bit gutted about that. The last one in the 360 was our first show on a second show on a 360, but yeah, no, that one was, obviously, we were definitely fast all night and would have liked to get the win, but yeah, no, it's almost like the speed car days already and just getting seconds in a row, but I think it'll come, but yeah, no, I'm a little bit gutted with that one, to be honest.
What about just with the restart there? You obviously would have had a chat with Dadley and even Bailey probably, like, what would you do different, if anything?
Well, I had the bottom rolling for a little bit there, and I think I got level with Joel, and then obviously Yellow come out, and I honestly thought that he would probably see me there, and he can move around as well. He's a very good driver, so I half expected him to try and go to the bottom, and just because of green-white checker, and they said that over the one-way, so I got a good start, but wanted to sort of get enough space to change direction in the last minute wherever he went, and to my surprise, he stuck to the top, which was obviously the right thing to do, but maybe... I'm getting used to dirty air, and I've run it in there early in the race on his tail tank to try and wind it up, and the thing just got tight and put the fence, and obviously it's dirty air, which I'm wrapping my head around, but I don't know if there's anything I didn't hit the bottom as much as I would have liked, but also don't think that really would have mattered. He just put his foot down and he put 2 good laps together and did what he needed to do.
You put it off the front row in what's it, your 4th or 5th start in a limited, is that right?
I think it's my 5th in a limo, yeah.
5th. So, yeah. If you looked at it holistically, like the big picture, like you're off the front row and you're filthy with second in your 5th start, like plenty of positives to take it away. Obviously, Bailey's in 3rd, like the program that you guys are running is top notch. Like big picture, maybe in a couple of days' time, you guys will be pretty stoked with this result.
I think so, yeah. It's a massive effort to do 2 cars, and obviously Bailey's had nothing but issues with motors and whatnot to start the year, so it was rewarding as a team to get this, and everyone's couldn't be happy with that. It's more so just my own sort of goals that I really wanted to try and tick off a win, and feel like if I get one, the rest will sort of follow, but also there's not a whole lot. I'll probably, thinking back now, I'll go back and watch it, but there's probably not a whole lot I would have done differently, really. It's just unlucky with the restart, but I probably should have. I mean, I'm usually go to the top, and I know it's off the original start, I've run the bottom, which I don't usually do, thinking that I don't want to get tunnel vision running the top, and then it's the wrong thing to do again. So having a heat race, I started up the front, run the bottom, passed on the bottom, and then went to the top for no reason, and got passed again. So I did the opposite, and it was the wrong thing to do. But it's all learning. Like the amount of laps we get to do with the limiteds and 360, and obviously big pictures running a 410, towards the end of the season, hopefully anyway. But it's just getting laps, and it's definitely paying off now.
What does the program look like then for yourself and Nash Motorsports looking forward towards the end of the year? Like, what's your next race?
Obviously tomorrow night in Bunbury, we'll head there tonight and wash up and stuff tomorrow morning. And I think the next meeting after that's potentially a 360 state title in Bunbury again. I think after now, we'll weigh up, sort of look at the calendar again and see what's what. But I think there's a fair few 360 shows coming up compared to limited, and we're going to basically prioritise the 360 and get our sort of feet wet in a 410 potentially later on. Like I know we've got a 410 lined up, that'll be ours, and potentially another deal coming on later on. But also this is working for me. And you see like the 410, you can get swallowed up pretty quickly and you don't learn nothing on the infield. So I've been able to finish every race, and so far only one off the podium, and every lap I do I'm learning. So the more I can do, the better. But I definitely want to tick off a couple of wins before jumping with the 410s at the end of the year, I think. But I think if we do, I think Chad Pittard did the same sort of thing. He did 2 full years with the limos and I think a little bit of 360, but then doubled his feet with the 410s towards the end of the year, and then obviously doing a full one now. That'll sort of, as of now, things can change, but that's sort of the same mould that we're going to try and follow.
Awesome, mate. Yeah, I know it's good to see you filthy with second, but surely it's just around the corner. Well, here with Joel Etteridge, City Discount Tyres, Polylink, 76 limo. Mate, when was the last win you got?
I would have been the season before last when I ran the limiteds, I think up at Geraldton or something like that. So, yeah, been a while.
How did you feel? It seemed to be back to sort of what I assume Joel Etteridge is, like how you drive, you know what I mean? Like consistent, run the top, like really smooth. Like, is that the best you've felt in a while?
Yeah.
It's not just because you won. Is that the best you've felt for a while?
Yeah, I felt good tonight, like the feature race. Once I got out in front, I felt like I could just control the race a little bit, and I didn't see anyone bombing me early, so I kind of just drove it probably 80%, and then towards the end, Cody poked his nose in, and that's when I knew I had to get on it again. So I felt really comfortable. Yeah, like these things and the 360s are just such a different game to the 410s. Like standing out in the middle there after the race and watching the 410s, I was like far out. Like they're just moving, and like I've just obviously I know that it's a process to get up to speed in those things, but I'm just way more back in my comfort zone doing this. And I definitely felt good. Just it's been a process of getting used to driving this thing again from the 410. So I think I'm back to a point where I'm rolling around pretty good, and just gotten used to it again.
Is it not just reward for effort for yourself, but obviously like the crew here have helped you out? You had a very tough year with the 410s with some damage and stuff like that. Is it reward for effort for the whole team?
Yeah, definitely. Like I can't do it without them, as all these teams can't. And like it's funny because the decision of giving the 410 up was made on the way back after I wrecked it the last time. And I just said to the guys in the truck, I'm like, you guys having fun? And I didn't really get any, we're having fun wrecking every night. So that's when the decision was made. And then we've come back to race the limos, and it's just been really good fun. Like just obviously not wrecking's one thing, but just being on the pace and chasing little gains on the car rather than massive gains. And like I understand the 410 thing's a process, but like they're having fun again, and there's smiles on their faces. And it's funny because I've been getting podiums, second and thirds, and all of a sudden they're into me about not winning. So we've gone from don't wreck to let's get a win. So
with those tough times, mate, the stickers have always stayed the same. Like the people that back you have obviously backed you throughout your career. And I'm not sure if this is a mate or whatever. And like the sponsors that have been on there, like it is a whole team effort, hey. And for you to get out on the track, it's not just yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Well, City Discount Tyres is actually my, he calls himself a crew chief, but we're joint crew chiefs. But that's Tom. So he gives up so much time to come and help, and I really couldn't do it without him. Like as much as we probably get on each other's nerves a little bit, as any teams do, like we're still we're good mates, and like I couldn't do it without all these guys on the car, whether it's products or coming to the track and helping out or a bit of cash here and there. It's without them you just don't go racing.
The track back to sort of a Motorplex for more familiar with?
Definitely. When we're sitting in the car and they're working the top and bottom, I remembered back to 2 years ago, this event 2 years ago when I was in the limited. And I started off the front row with Chad Pittard, and I just tried to roll the bottom because like the bottom was there and they were at the top as well. So that kind of reminded me straight away of what the Motorplex was. Like previously, I know I haven't raced here much this year, obviously, but from all reports, it's been a lot different, and it's looked a lot different and raced a lot different. So it definitely seemed to be back to sort of what it is. There's still a bit of a lane through the middle, I think, but like pretty fine line to be able to hit it. But watching the guys in the 410, they were moving from top to bottom and rolling around pretty good.
I ask this all the time. You're obviously a wheel man, like your dirt kart career and even your sprint car stuff that you have had has been good.
Yeah.
Is it is it just like a massive monkey off the shoulders just to get a win and
Yeah,
everything you've
definitely.
done is like worth it and all the rest of it?
Definitely, yeah. So I've said it a couple of times. I felt like I forgot how to win. Like
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in second, and I don't know. It's just like, oh yeah, just 2025. Like even in the karts, I raced a few times, and I just seemed to get a lot of second place trophies. And yeah, it was like second's great. Don't get me wrong. There's people who kill for second, but like I want to be on that top step. So it's good. 2026, new year, new me. Hopefully back it up tomorrow night in
Yeah,
Bunbury.
undefeated the whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
Well done, mate.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here with Kris Coyle, 24th to 15th in the feature there. Given the week you've had, will you take it? You're still filthy. How does it sit?
No, filthy. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we want a lot better than that. But it was, hard to get going from the back. And then we didn't have the double file restart. Like, we did that once, and then there was an incident. So then we had to do it again, and then it was single file. So, yep. So that single file restart, I'm like in the middle of the back straight while the guys are going across the start finish line. So, yeah, that was disappointing. But I think, we definitely had a car there towards the end of the race, but was hoping for a yellow just to try and make things happen a bit, bunch them up. But yeah, we got into a decent rhythm there and got past a few. So yeah, we'll take it. Like, the car's straight after the run we've been having with Bunbury tomorrow night. So that's a plus. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate getting involved with, I don't know what happened with Jason and Taylor and Carson Macedo, but just sort of around the bottom, the corner before that corner, went into the top, and then sure enough, there's a pile up around the top, and got collected there. I seen it, so I got off it, and then as soon as I got off it, someone ran in the left-hand side of me. I don't know who it was, but I just got sandwiched there, and at that moment, I just knew something wasn't right, so I just went straight to that work area, and we got in there first, and the boys did a drag link, a front wing, and the right-hand header was all squashed. Same as Dane the other night. Jono got the drill out. Yeah, Jono got the drill out and drilled some holes in it, so we squashed a couple of headers there. So, and after that, it was okay. It was making a bit of a racket, but it was fine. It was drivable, but just disappointed 15th.
What about, you had the incident obviously with Kerry. How's the body after something like that? Like, obviously I just seen a bruise there and stuff. Like,
another one tonight,
what's like? Is it just general soreness, aches and pains? Like, how's the body pull up after an incident that big?
General aches and pains. There's definitely a bell ringer, as they say. The next day, I thought I was pretty good, and then I hopped in the car, did the hot lap session and which is hot laps, I think, and hopped out, and just sort of like, wow, this is this is what we're in for tonight. But I was sort of just stayed hydrated and did all those sorts of things, and was fine by the end of the night, and just sort of every day's been better. So, but definitely, booking in the car in the new year, that's for sure.
You wipe that from your system. You sort of got through tonight relatively unscathed. You just full resets for tomorrow at Bunbury?
Yeah, and Bunbury, like, it's back to an even playing field. Like, how good was the racing down at Albany when it's back to an even playing field? So, new surface, looking forward to get down there. Obviously, Brad Blake and Jamie O will be doing a ripper job on the track. So, really looking forward to getting back to that.
Awesome. Thanks, mate.